Hi, everybody. It's Tyler here at the Highlander Signature Summit. Checking in 4610Z. It's Robot Rev Zenith. This team has done a full rebuild since the Mall of America event. We checked them out there, had a great robot, but a lot of awesome improvements that they're looking at doing here. Really big fan of their flat mech that they have here to score both in the mid and high goal as well too. We'll be talking about just a few other improvements we make on their robot. Great structure overall, some color sorting, different aspects for parking as well too. So let's learn more about their improvements and 4610 coming up here on Pits and Parts. This video on fun is brought to you by viewers like you and also in partnership with the following. The Robotics Education and Competition Foundation provides fantastic programs for students from elementary school all the way through college. These include VEX, aerial drone competition, online challenges, JROTC, drill-powered, scholarships, certifications, and so much more. To discover these exciting opportunities, visit recf.org and get connected. Alan, let's dive right into this robot here. Talking about your drive base, like to hear a little bit about your wheel config and how it kind of works for your double park.
Yeah, so we run a 6-motor, 450 RPM drive base, utilizing 4 wheels, 4 Omni and 4 traction wheels. We want to highlight these 4 traction wheels here because they help us prevent drifting when we're doing our autonomous programs, and that leads to more accurate routes. Also, it helps us in the matches where if we're pushed from the side, we won't be easily moved around. And to highlight something else, these traction wheels also provide better grip when we go to park. So we're able to actually balance between these two wheels, and so that creates more space for the other team to also park.
From a match strategy standpoint, do you typically plan on double parking every match?
Yeah, so the double park is really important because it's like an additional 22 points, and it's very substantial. And sometimes these matches are very close, so we need all the points we can get. And this double park mechanism.
Yeah, we might hear a little bit more about that later as well too. Harshad, let's talk about your scoring on there. I watched your first match. You were just scoring so quick through matches. I love it, and you have a lot of versatility when it comes to that, plus some D-scoring options too. So really a complete package. Tell me more about it.
Yeah, so we actually competed at the Mall of America signature event. For that event, we ran a storage bot that can score on all 3 levels. But after that event, we realized that cycling is the most important thing for this game. So that's why we decided to go with a simple hero bot inspirational robot. For our bottom stage, we have a flexor roller here and a flaps on the middle stage. I can show you real quick. Just de-spinning. When regularly intaking, we usually just spin these 2 rollers like this, and then they'll stay right here. Yeah. And then when we score, we just we click another button, and all of them will score out. The thing we like the most about this robot is our cycle time. We, on average, can score about 8 balls in about 2.3 seconds. So that's something we're really proud about. Also, after we're done scoring, to get control zone for both the long goal and the top middle goal, we have these 2 D-scores right here. Our first D-score is a just simply passive D-score. All we have to do is just score all of the balls in the intake, drive forward, and then just ram back on the goal. And then for our middle D-score, when this flap is up, we use this standoff right here to just drive backwards, and it'll D-score all of the middle.
James, anything else you want to add in terms of the flap that you're doing? Why was that the right choice for your team to go with?
So we chose to use the flap so that we can get the consistent scoring from our upper stage for both the long goal and the middle goal. So our flap uses one 50mm stroke piston. So for the long goal, when the flap is extended, this is right at the lip of the goal, so the balls just flow right through. But when it's lower, they just flow down. So we use these 2 poly pieces. The way that they are, it's right around the lip of the goal, so it keeps it from going out of the goal. So this lets us score consistently 6 or 7 blocks on each go.
Very cool. And then with the color sort, you added that since small as well too. Yeah. How has that been working out for you so far?
So we have a color sort mechanism right here in the bottom of our robot. So the way that it works is we have 2 optical sensors within our score mechanism. So it's right at where our robot funnels in the blocks. So once it funnels, there's only 1 block there, which prevents any errors. Once it sees the block, we deploy the color sort mechanism, so it goes down. So let's say we're on the blue alliance. If it sees a red block, then the red block would just flow down through the color sort mechanism. So we also use this for in our autonomous programs for scoring on the local. So the blocks can go through here, and then it goes over this. We use this coupler screw. It funnels it through the center, and it allows us to score consistently on the lower goal during our autonomous programs.
So let's keep moving on. Talk about your scraper that you have on the front of your bot here. When we were talking earlier, you went through a couple different config options for it. So I'd love to just dive a little bit more into that. Anything else on your intake you want to cover?
So what we saw was that at MOA, we saw that a rubber band roller wouldn't be great for intake since it doesn't have as much compression. But with flex wheels, we see that it works much better and is able to intake 2 or 3 balls at a time, which is really helpful during autonomous when we're going for that 3 stack in the middle. And that gets it in really fast. And for our scraper, we saw that plastic is really hard to align, and that means that the driver has to come in at a specific angle every single time. But with standoffs, they're able to dig under the ball much easier, leading to a better scoring and scooping method. And no matter what angle we come in from, with these 2 standoffs, we can align perfectly, and the ball goes into our scraper and into our intake to score perfectly.
It's been working out great in your first match as we've filmed so far, so super cool. Vikram, let's wrap up and talk about, I noticed you got the wings that you're doing on the robot as well too, and then anything else you want to add from your double park feature?
Yep, so with the wings right here, we have this angle allows us to get right over the goal, and then we can come right in and de-score it effectively from just about any angle besides ramming into the robot. And then with the double park feature, we are able to intake a ball just below the flap, and this will allow us to bring it down into the LiDAR sensor over here, and we're able to balance on it at a perfect point. And as Alan outlined before with the traction wheels, we're able to balance on those in the ball to get double park just about every time.
Coming from the Mall of America Signature event to Highlander Summit here, what do you love most about coming to signature events in general? Like, what can you talk to me just a little bit more about the experience of it all and why your team comes to signature events?
It's a great opportunity to meet up with other teams, from around the country and explore new designs, and just about to get better in robotics and keep moving forward.
Well, last year we saw one of your other teams, 4610C, take the championship here. So we wish you best of luck as well, too, as you look to take the win here as well. And congratulations on a phenomenal rebuild. I look forward to seeing even more of it on the field. Once again, this is Robot Rev Zenith here on Pits and Parts. Good luck the rest of the way. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell to stay up to date on future fun videos. The Robotics Education and Competition Foundation provides fantastic programs for students from elementary school all the way through college. These include VEX, aerial drone competition, online challenges, JROTC, girl-powered, scholarships, certifications, and so much more. To discover these exciting opportunities, visit recf.org and get connected.